Well, all right, this is how I prefer to look at the mountains, and that's from Chopper 5 with the fall leaves. You can not only feel the season changing in the air, but there you can see it. Chopper 5 has this bird's eye view of the fall colors near Provo Canyon this week. And right now, it's one of the best times to get out and see these colors with your own eyes. Or you can head to the KSL YouTube page and see them from home.
Okay, you can watch them week in, week out, and just kind of gradually see how all that changes. It's beautiful.
Changes fast. It really does. Goes from brilliant colors to fades really quick. So kind of cool to check out the YouTube channel. Hey, the state is in two different complete type of weather patterns. Northern Utah, blue skies, sunshine, and gorgeous with temperatures in the upper 80s. Southern Utah, wind, rain, lightning, and thunder, and it's all around. St. George on the East Ridge, you've got storms just to the south, just to the east, just to the west. They're all around you. And the wind gusts, 40, 50, even close to 60 miles an hour in southern Utah. Rain totals, some spots are 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch. Linda Kohler Barnes, Zion National Park, lightning, boom, hitting the mountain peak. Another shot, Melanie, Sand Hollow, lightning coming down. Again, don't know why. It almost looks like it was a copy and paste. It wasn't, but the camera just caught the lens and it lit up the sky. Melanie, thank you for sending this picture in. Let me show you what we're dealing with. Scattered showers coming as far north as Richfield and even progressing up to almost Delta this afternoon. But the heavier and more intense storms are in southern Utah. This line just off to the east of St. George and then rolling to the north has been very impressive. Kanab, Colorado City, all dealing with some very strong thunder, lightning, and wind. Look at that cell that is, again, just off to the east of St. George City between Hurricane. That is continuing to bring some very moderate rain with lightning and thunder. As you get over to the border area, this line just south of Kanab also producing moderate rain, about 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch falling in a hurry in those particular spots. And the temperatures, 60s right now in Cedar City, 75 in St. George with 70s in Price, Blanding, and Fillmore. Compare that to northern Utah, where we're in the low to mid, even upper 80s at this hour. But some of that moisture, do you see what's happening out over Nevada? This particular piece, there's two elements. There's the southern piece, which is a low pressure that's being flung to the north of us, and that's where that precipitation is coming. But do you see this little guy? This is a little embedded disturbance that's going to race down and kind of interact with the moisture that's in place from the low and that little piece of energy. So tomorrow morning, you're going to have the potential for just a little bit in Utah County, south end of Salt Lake County, as this little guy goes racing through central southern Utah. Still the best chance for the precipitation during the afternoon on Friday, and then that blossoms again on Saturday afternoon, and even more moves through come Sunday as it expands across the whole state. So a very active weather pattern ahead. So what are we talking? Well, tomorrow, partly cloudy skies in northern Utah, isolated storms continuing, especially south central and southwestern Utah. St. George 7-day, 40% chance of isolated storms Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures get in the 80s and lows stay in the 60s all the way through the middle of next week. In northern Utah, tonight, 62 for the low. Tomorrow, it'd be more clouds and lower temperatures. We'll go to 83 in Salt Lake on Friday, 81 on Saturday. There may be a few pops on the southern end of the Wasatch Front Friday morning, but then I think the best chance to see some of that will be Sunday, evening on Monday, and then another round on Tuesday. So temperatures are going to cool, and it does get active. Southern Utah right now, northern Utah later in the weekend.
Start soaking those mountains, huh?
Yes.
All right, thanks, Kev.
You're welcome.